Hello, Lisa Lee. Hello, Jerry. Hello, Dutch. How are y'all doing this evening? Hello, Forrest. Well, good evening, Texas bikers and bikers all across the nation. You are on live with Popeye, September 18th, 2021. And, man, what a day. What a week it was for me as I travel throughout Central Texas and looking for support for our rally that we're going to have in Milan County October 3rd at 1 p.m. in front of the Milan County Courthouse. That's in Cameron, Texas, 107 West Main. And it was interesting this week. I saw many different clubs at multiple different meetings. And, well, I wish everyone could experience that, the brotherhood, and, you know, the talk that got around to being united as a community, having each other's backs, doing the things we should do for each other, supporting each other. And, you know, I wish the whole country could be like that and have the brotherhood that we have. The only other place you get that is in the military. But as you know, the military has its rivalries. But in the end, we are as one. And of course, like I said, we got around to motorcycle profiling, motorcycle gang databases. You know, and as we discussed how the lies that go on in order to try and hurt innocent people, the vilification that goes on, being hauled for jail for a minor traffic violation. I mean, the list runs on and on and on. And you know, you look out there at our country, and it has turned into a lawless nation. And by that I mean nobody's held accountable for anything they do. Nobody. And especially here over the last decade, I can't think of anyone that's been held accountable outside of the law officer that killed George Floyd. I mean, just look out there. And of course, the government has us all feuding at each other's throats. And that's the way they want it. That's the way they want it. It is a lawless nation right now. Nobody's being held accountable for anything. And you know, the way I see it, when we look out there, when we look out across the land, the two sides, we're never going to agree with each other. We're never going to agree with each other. So just maybe we should part ways. Of course, the other side wants us there to be able to bail them out. Like New York and California. They get bailed out by the rest of the states. It's not fair. And as you know what's going on in Milan County, it's not fair what's happening in that courtroom. When you're trying to send an innocent veteran to jail. But you know, when you request, and I'm going to be doing it tomorrow morning, I'm going to do it, I'm going to video it while I'm doing it to show you how to check here in Texas to see if you're in a gang database. And now we hear they're changing their tactics there so they don't have to answer us. Not be held accountable, you know what I'm saying? Like everything else in this country, they operate under a veil of secrecy. Although in many instances anymore, there's nothing secret about it. They're just outright lying and having their way with us. That's what they're doing. And you know, that's the reason rallies like we're going to be doing locally is going to be so important going forward. Because we still got to be able to exercise our constitutional right to get out and seek redress. Whether it's in front of a courthouse, whether it's in front of a city hall, whether it's in front of a state house, whether it's in front of the Capitol building of the United States, you know. And yes, we've got to be careful of anyone infiltrating our groups and trying to make us look bad. We got to be careful of that. And we've handled that kind of situation in the past. We know how to do it. But it was an incredible thing. You know, like I said, we talked about unity. We talked about brotherhood. We talked about, you know, the what law enforcement does to us on a daily basis somewhere in this state, across the nation, in these cities. So getting out there and supporting these type things is critical, everybody. You can't sit at home. We need your help if we're going to have success, whether at the local level or at the national level. We can't do this by ourselves. Everybody's got to pitch in. Everybody's got to get in a boat and row the same direction. No matter whether you're a club member or just somebody concerned about what's going on in our country. As you can see, Joe Biden doesn't give a damn about anything. He doesn't give a damn about the Constitution. He don't give a damn if anything is illegal that he's doing. Sorry, everybody. My voice has been going all day. He doesn't care. And the thing about it is, there's no law enforcement entity, no military. I mean, there's nobody, even though he's admitted the things that he's doing is illegal, nobody's going to hold him accountable. And I would suggest to the governor of this state, being as Joe Biden is not going to pay any attention to the Supreme Court, the laws of the land, I suggest you form a grand jury and indict the SOB. Indict him. Defy. There's a point where you have to defy what these people are saying and doing, just like we're doing at the local level. Now, if they were to try and stop our rally and vilify us, which we don't expect that to happen, we get along with the sheriff's department there. We haven't had any problems in the past. We don't expect it this time. And yes, you're going to hear me talk about this again and again all the way till October 3rd, when we have the rally. When we go out there and participate in our constitutional right to seek redress. That's what we're going to do. They cannot stop us, and they better not try. COVID, no COVID, and of course, that's a whole nother story with things that are going on that are unconstitutional. But we've got, if you have a mind, that you do not want to take the jab, that you're not going to do it no matter what. And I read this evening where one restaurant, the entire staff quit. I didn't quite catch where that was at, but it is happening. What are you going to do then? But like I said, this governor, who is a big supporter of the gang database, as a matter of fact, there's been times when he has encouraged law enforcement to go out there and do some motorcycle profiling in order to get names into the gang databases. Oh, and by the way, everybody, motorcycle clubs are not street gangs. They're just not. And I'm a big fan of the gang database report that's supposed to come out every year, which hasn't, I think, since 2018. I'm a big fan of that because they really, really struggle to make a motorcycle club into a gang. And if they're criminal organizations, they're the worst criminal organizations in the world that drive up and down the highways with patches on their back, identifying themselves. They're not street gangs. They're not gangs. But we hope if you live in Texas and you're able to do so, that you join us in Cameron, Texas, October 3rd, 1 p.m. And you're going to see that we have plenty to say. And hopefully today I recruited another speaker. And so, yeah, it was a great week. It's a great week. Had plenty of time to reflect. Now, tomorrow I'll be on the highway again. I'll be back out in West Texas again, the Lubbock area. And hopefully I'm back by Tuesday, but I may not be. So our radio show may be Wednesday or Thursday night. I've got some things to do. So, yeah. Everybody, let me see. I don't have much more than that, other than, like I said, looking around out there, what's happening to our country. It has gotten so fashionable to be a damn liar. And that's the other thing we have discussed is that, in our community, in the motorcycle clubs, brothers, that's one of their number one things. You do not lie to a brother. You do not. And if you're caught lying, you're expelled pretty quick. But we have a whole nation full of liars. Whether it be law enforcement, whether it be the courts, whether it be the prosecutors. And let me say this about prosecutors. Prosecutors should be as concerned about the innocent as they are the guilty. In other words, they should not be trying to lump the innocent in with the guilty. That should never happen. That should never happen. But yeah, we've seen it happen. It happened in Waco. So know what's going on. You can't be like people that are on the left, just stick your head in the sand and say, hey, anything they do is okay. I mean, General Milley out there is saying, yeah, I had a conversation with my Chinese counterpart. Everything that I did was perfect. Perfect. Well, yeah. Let us hear or read the transcript. It's out there. You know, we pay billions of dollars for this thing out in Utah that monitors all the conversations that go on. But yet, on a lot of things, they stay silent until 2016 through 2020. Then, the FBI turned into a piece of crap. And oh yeah, maybe the FBI could have saved those young girls, the many young girls that were victims of that gymnast instructor. Or coach. I guess it was a coach. Maybe if the FBI would have been doing their job instead of trying to frame a president, maybe they would have caught that. But like I said, the FBI has turned into a piece of crap. It's a lying machine. Just like many things here in Texas, the DPS. And that's the way I see them, as a lying machine. They're similar to the FBI. And maybe worse, because they try and work under a veil of secrecy, backed up by the Governor Abbott. Who Governor Abbott is now saying, hey, we're surging the border, we're doing good. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? I would say a 500,000 people entering our country through the Texas borders over the last 2 months. You haven't done shit. And Governor Abbott better be ready to take off the gloves. But then again, he's a political wonk. He may be saying what we want to hear, like many politicians do. That may be what he's up to. Because I don't see any action that's going to make a difference. None. And probably, hey, if New York is saying, hey, give me your immigrants, bring them here, oh, by God, we ought to be obliging them. We ought to be lining buses up there. Buses up. We ought to be lining buses up and hauling them to New York and California and Washington, D.C. That's where we ought to be taking them. Not letting them filter in through Texas. That's not what we should be doing. And if the governor doesn't have enough law enforcement to get the job done, guess what? Ask for volunteers. I mean, we got churches out there that say these immigrants that come in, hey, they're good to go after 6-8 weeks. They're good to go. They're ready to be citizens. Well, I think we could put together a force to defend the border in as much time. Just saying, everybody. How you doing, David? I see you there. But it's mind-boggling. But we're not going to put up with it. And like they always say, politics starts local. It really does. And one of the main things is, everybody, to make sure who these judges, who they are and what they're all about. Like Judge Young down there in Milan County, a former civil attorney, who won an election and he's now the judge over a criminal court. And as you will discover, he the prosecutor asked for a mistrial, and the judge granted it based on a civil proceeding. He's not in a civil court. He doesn't know what he's doing. And the prosecutor is leading him around by the nose. This is what's happening. And it's our job to shine a light on it. Yeah. It's our job to fill the citizens of that county in on what's going on and why. And that they can make a difference because they are key in this. Besides the public pressure designed to put pressure on the judge. Shining a light on it, everybody. Shining a light on it. But everybody, that's all I had to say. Make sure you are calling your congressmen, your senators, and telling them this it is an amnesty bill, the financial bill. That bill is a no-go. It's a $3.5 trillion bill that's really a $5.5 trillion bill. And it has amnesty in it for all these illegal immigrants. On the fast track, baby, on the fast track. That's got to be stopped in its tracks now. And it's you that are going to make a difference. It's you. Pick up the damn phones, give them the what for every day, every step of the way. Every time you think about it or have a moment, either send them an email or call them up and say, hey, this is a no-go. And we're going to take care of it in 2022. But now I have heard, let me say one last thing, I have heard of cheating that went on in the California recall. Cheating that went on. And of course, we would expect that in California because they've not done one damn thing, not one damn thing to straighten out their election laws there. So hopefully in your state, they're making moves where it's not as easy to cheat. And put that plug in there while you're making a phone call about the financial bill, which is full of crap, full of lies. It's just like we said, Joe Biden right now is working, and the people behind the scenes, probably Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, George Soros, all the bad actors, are working to collapse this country. That's what they're doing. Number one. And just like they said at the meeting today, wait a minute, one more thing. After our 13 soldiers were murdered by the Taliban, the Biden administration couldn't wait to retaliate. So in their haste, they launched a missile that killed a bunch of family members. Not a terrorist. The military's already admitted this was not a good kill. It was not a terrorist. And just think about this, everybody. How many people in Afghanistan now have we are turning against us? How many are turning against us because of crap like that? What it was, the Biden administration, they needed to kill somebody. They didn't give a damn who. So they launched a drone strike. Killed a bunch of kids. How many of those people are now our enemies, ready to get revenge? How does this make us look? It was petty. It was cheap. It was every acronym, or not acronym, but every word you could think of to add to that. It's incredible that even happened. They don't even know who to go after now. They have lost their eyes on the ground. They don't know nothing. They haven't a clue. They haven't a clue. And especially the potato head, who's just being told what to do and he's doing it. No matter whether there's laws against it, whether it's unconstitutional, they don't give a damn. Not one damn. So we have to work to hold these people accountable. Month after month after month, all the way to the 22 elections, 2022. Holding their feet to the fire, not giving up. That's what I talked about today. You don't give up. You keep fighting. You never quit. That's what we need to do. That's what we have to do. Never quit. And with that, everybody, I'm on the road tomorrow, and I may come on from I'll take my laptop and stuff with me. I can come on live using that if I have good internet. So we'll see. Know that we're working for you. We love you guys, all you guys in the chat line. We certainly appreciate it every week. And yeah, when I pop on like I did tonight, I certainly thank you for your support. And the people that donated to us over the past week for the expenses that we incur when we put on one of these rallies, we certainly appreciate it. And if you'd like to, you can donate at Texas Biker Radio on our front page, texasbikerradio.org, and give us a hand. We budgeted about $1,500 for this rally, and most of that is spent on news articles or buying ads in the newspaper. Also, we do use Facebook. Our political consultant uses it. I know other political people that use it, and it works because you can target those areas. It's a nice tool to have. Even though we're chewing Facebook out every chance we get. Because the people like Mark Zuckerberg, George Soros, the list runs on and on. The Democratic Party, they're working to destroy this country. They could give a damn about you and me. All they care about is themselves. They are selfish. The people in Washington, D.C., they're trying to keep the gravy train going. And that's what this is for them. Make no doubt about it. They love the gravy train their own. They love their titles. They love it. They love it so much they don't want to give it up, no matter how old and decrepit they are. No matter what they do, no matter how crappy they look as human beings, they don't care. They don't care about this country. They are selfish. All they care about is getting their way and taking us into a socialist abyss. That's all they give a damn about. They don't care about the Constitution. They don't care about the law. They don't care about us. They don't care about anything. And if their mouths are moving, they're lying. With that, everybody, we'll catch you down the road. Have a great evening. Have a wonderful Sunday. Catch you later. Bye-bye.